welcome to another local walk video. Today we will walk you through the top dangerous neighborhoods in Cancun according to locals, showing you footage of how these places look and feel in 2022. Yes, this meant me walking into these areas, which made me a little nervous, however I am fine. Why is this important? Well, besides letting you know where not to go, we also want to break the myth that Mexico or that entire cities in Mexico are dangerous. Yes, there is crime in my city, but most of it is non-tourist related, and it happens in the areas listed out in this video.
Local walk.
Local walk.
Local walk.
Local walk. Local walk. That's right.
So high levels, do locals think it's safe to travel to Cancun? Yes, but with caution. And let's start by saying they are not the only ones that feel this way. Approximately 3.9 million international tourists in 2021 landed at the city's airport, and most, if not all, made it back just fine. Also, since 2021, the Mexican government has been sending additional police to make the city as safe as possible. COVID hit the state's economy pretty hard, so right now everybody's interested in getting the tourism industry back on track. That said, you will hear horror stories in the local and international news, but 99% of it will be related to cartels fighting each other in the outskirts of the city. In this video, we will walk you through the dangerous areas in town, showing you where they are and why they're considered bad according to locals. If you're trying to learn about tourist traps in Cancun, please watch our tourist trap video linked in the description. Villa Otoch Paraíso. This neighborhood is also known as the Favelas of Cancun, according to a local newspaper. Violence, drug addiction, and home theft happen way too often in this area. Built originally in 2007, the multiple building complex was designed for people that earned 2 Mexican minimum wages, so low-income families.
Since 2008, there have been approximately 1,400 911 emergency calls made from this neighborhood annually. Approximately 40,000 people inhabit the complex in 14,000 houses.
Right, so we made it to Villa Otoch. We imagined it a little worse. It is pretty bad, but we imagined it a little worse. It's a very run-down neighborhood. Lots of trash on the streets. However, we haven't really felt terribly unsafe like we thought we would.
El Crucero. The area known as El Crucero is where 2 of the main streets in downtown Cancun meet, Lopez, Portillo, and Avenida Tulum. The area is full of stores of all sorts, ranging from informal street vendors to a medium-sized mall on one of the corners. The area is often featured in local news for robbery or for a place where illegal guns are sold. Although not the most dangerous area in town, if you're a tourist, locals recommend avoiding the area. North of Lopez Portillo. Per our interviews, locals agreed that in general the area north of the Lopez Portillo street is more dangerous than the south. We understand that since we're referring to a very big area, not all streets will be bad. However, if you're looking for where to stay, south will be better than north. Arco Norte. Arco Norte is a long avenue right at the end of the north side of the city. The lack of police and street lighting have made it a great place for bad people to do bad things here. According to local newspapers, it's common for police to see victims of the drug war end up in some ditch in this area.
Colonias Irregulares, Avante, Tres Reyes, y Valle Verde. For those non-Mexican viewers, in this country we have something called colonias irregulares, irregular neighborhoods. They're called irregular because the people that live there never paid for their house nor their land. They just showed up one day. In some cases, they started as camps, but now they have become full-size neighborhoods. Most of them lack the basic utilities that most of us take for granted, like water, gas, electricity, paved streets, and a sewer system. Particularly Avante, Tres Reyes, and Valle Verde have showed up on the news as being the most dangerous in town.
Bonfil. Famous for being the neighborhood where drug queen Doña Leti from the local cartel lived, Delegación Bonfil is tied to multiple stories of violence and death. A simple Google search will give you enough information to not want to visit it. Now, you might still have the question, are there any dangerous areas in the hotel zone? And the answer is no. Even a good chunk of downtown is safe most of the time. A few things to consider though. 1. There are crocodiles in the lagoon. This is not a joke. Do not swim in the lagoon, especially at night. People under the influence of alcohol that decide to wander around have been bitten, so be careful. 2. There are no Ubers in the hotel zone, and taxis will try to scam you most of the time. Agree on a price before hopping in. You can usually negotiate and lower the price by approximately 20%. Or even better, if you're moving within the hotel zone, use the bus, which can be crowded from 5 to 8 p.m., but any other time it works pretty well. 3. Do not carry large amounts of cash. Remember, Mexico is still a developing country and people in need are easily tempted. Most places accept credit cards, so there's no need for cash. Thank you for watching. We hope this video helps you make better decisions. And remember, all this information is mapped out on our website, thelocalwalk.com. As a final note, we would like you to know that this is not Local Walk's opinion, but it's the result of multiple interviews to locals and comments dropped by other locals in our website. Data that we try to validate as much as possible.